restrictions ahead, we have to navigate it through system admin, security, and here is the restrictions and role management. So, if we have to create an admin, so we have created a test admin for this, so we have to navigate to application admin management, and we have to click on admin. So we can create a admin for application management, and admin. So whenever I have created earlier for the people, so what I have to do is, what is the user organization? Let me check. Admin. If you click on admin, we will be getting admin ID. We should click on admin ID name, and then all these details. So we will be giving the name, first name, last name, the mail ID, and if we have to give any address, domain, and related user, or if you want to log this admin, you can have to log this admin. So once we create a new admin, once we add them, we will get into this particular screen where we will have our summary details of what the admin ID we have included, and then coming to assign roles. That means you cannot delete it, right? You cannot delete it, you can just lock it so that it is not being used. So now here we have to basically, we have created an admin. Now we have to add a role to that admin. So based on that role permission only, we will be able to understand what all things we will do. Now coming back to this screen, we can see role attached to called learning underscore administrative standard role, which is different. So we can just initially we will not nothing will be there. So we have to navigate for this particular link, add one or more from this. Select that link, and we will find all the list of roles which is already existing in the system. Say admin role, all admin role, administrator role, manager role, any sort of role in the system. If you see there, we already have some roles here, and we also have a role called learning underscore, which is default admin role. So we create an admin LMS system, and we go and add this particular role. So we choose the role and we add it. Once it has been added, we will get into our particular screen. When we go back, we can see that the role is called LMS admin, the admin ID is called LMS admin is added with learning underscore admin role. This is how we create an admin, and we map it to, we create an admin, we assign a role to it. Now what has happened was, the screen that I have given you also looks somewhat similar to this. Correct? It has LMS, it has my learning, it also has my tool. That means a single sign-on where I will have all the access. Right? So what I am doing, this is my admin. Okay. Sorry, I lost you for 1 minute. Okay. So where that means add or more there will be. Sorry? Everybody was not. No. It was me. Okay. So what I was telling was, we create an admin, we navigate to a role, and we assign an admin role. We call admin role. So if we want to see what all permissioning is available under roles, we can go back to role management. But if we have to create an admin, navigate to admin management and create a new admin, and get a role which is already existing in the system. If you have to get a new role, go ahead and add a new role first, then add an admin and map the role that we have created. Now we have to think how exactly we are mapping my learning, my team and organization, LMS admin tab and all that to a admin role. So that when admin logs in, the way we are logging in with the user ID and password, that admin will be able to get into this particular screen where he will be able to view my learning as well as my team. That is, first of all, we will have a user. So that user, we are mapping to the
Madhavi.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you. Actually, నాకు అర్థం కాలేదు. ఇప్పుడు రోల్ బేస్డ్ పర్మిషన్స్ అనేది వేరు, ఈ అసైన్ రూల్స్ వేరా? అంటే we have to assign the rules and then we are giving permission for it, or how it is?
Let me navigate you to that screen also first.
అంటే ఫస్ట్ ఇక్కడికి వచ్చిన తర్వాత సమ్మరీకి వెళ్ళి కొత్త
new admin, the context is an admin. So what you're doing, the same screen you have seen, LMS admin. You gave your ID, first name, last name, the name, the same screen which you saw in summary. Now after adding it, right, you will get back into the same screen where it was asking you to add a role. For this admin, that means you are telling what role I have to add. Whether it is learning role, within learning, is there any permissioning to be given, all that. So before that, you should also know what role you want to assign. Now I know that I am creating an admin ID. And admin ID is nothing but an LMS admin in which default role will also be available in the system, which is already created in the system with all permissions. So you will basically go and add that role. So the default learning admin role, you are going and selecting add a role for this particular admin, and you will be adding that. That's it. That's what you are doing. You are not going to do anything else. If you want to create a new role, only then you will start looking at the permissions I have.
So Madhavi, one second, so Madhavi, it is like ఏంటంటే end users కి HR manager, we are giving those roles here. Hello?
I didn't get that.
అంటే this we are going to suppose I am the LMS consultant, and LMS consultant, and I am simply giving this admin roles to say a HR who has to approve, or who has to see, or manager who has to see my admin.
Now what an admin role. Say you are a consultant and you want to create an admin role for a LMD department admin.
Okay.
So what are you going to do? You are going to default the admin role which is already existing in the system. But then you should be identified who is the admin. For that only we are going and giving the name, user ID and first name, last name and all. To identify who the admin is. There exactly we are giving LMS admin as our login user ID. User ID. That earlier I have given you LMS admin.
You mean to say that it is not end user related. It is like we take the permission. The one who is doing the configuration and everything.
Yeah, we are configuration. That person is like trying to create another admin. Say admin, this is an LMS screen, right? We are under LMS admin only. So this particular screen is only meant for LMS. Similarly, for employee central or for PM also, there will be admins related to that module, right? So how are you going to first? They should know which admin it is. Each and every module will have a separate admin. Similarly, how are you going to create an admin role in the system is by navigating to admin management, add a new admin. Now, then I log out. See, I am just signing out. Here is the admin ID, right? I am logging in with my admin ID and password so that I will have LMS admin screen. So how are we going to achieve that? By creating a new admin ID and assigning the role to it.
How is the initial admin ID correct? Sorry. Is that provisioning ID?
No, this is the LMS admin ID only.
I No, the
how do I
curricula
get
is super admin, right?
Super admin is created under the corresponding ID.
With that, you log in here and you see admin.
No, I am creating an LMS admin only specifically. This is not super admin. I am creating LMS admin only. Super admin has the same ID. In order to log into LMS, you will first create admin ID only. LMS admin ID only. But in an implementation time, right, there will be an initial super ID or super admin ID which is being created and super admin ID from the console. That will be the basic first ID which we will have. But now whatever I have logged in is not the super admin, it is LMS admin.
But super admin got the LMS admin, that is admin ID. So super admin is only creating that LMS admin, right? Hello?
Whatever I have logged in, right, it is LMS ID. Not it is
LMS admin ID.
logged in, right? But go ahead.
So this is LMS admin ID, LMS admin ID. So like this, you are creating another ID when you go to source. So like, but first time when I'm logging in, there will not be any LMS admin, right? So a super admin will only create this role, like LMS admin. Suppose I am the one who the company has given me. I am the one who is having provisioning ID, and I am the sole responsible for LMS system. So I am the super admin. So I am creating here the LMS admin ID, right? What I showed
will be creating. This one, see, I just signed out and logged in with the user ID password. Correct? That was not the super admin ID. Super admin ID will have access to all systems, different LMS, everything. Not yet specifically LMS. Just particularly for LMS alone. And me, I already have a LMS ID with me, saying C branch 1. So I logged in with that one, and I also have permission to create another admin because I had all these tags available here.
You have all these tags available because you are the super admin, right? Karla Grant is the super admin. Okay, it is like a TL or a team member is having. Karla Grant is a team member and LMS admin is also a team member.
He is basically Karla Grant. He is also an admin as well as a user in the company. So, user ID is linked to this admin ID. That's why here we have learning my team and LMS admin also. Because I have all authorization as LMS admin, that is the reason I am going back to system admin, and I can even create another admin ID. Say, in my learning department itself, I have somewhat 5 members to join. I want to create another admin ID, LMS admin ID. So I will go ahead and create.
Yeah, that's correct. But Karla Grant, if we have to have a Karla Grant ID, for that, the super admin only has to create it, right?
Karla Grant is a user in the system, as an employee.
She is an employee as well as she is the admin, right? Because she is having all the privileges.
This is how the screen will look like, which I was telling yesterday. This is the summary section, the role ID, the role description, and this domain it belongs to whatever role type. From the top down, select whether it is an admin or a user. Now coming back to entity and functions, entities, as I said yesterday, entities are nothing but all the items, curricula, catalog, assignment profiles, everything all of them are called entities. And when it comes to function, what activity that we are doing for entity is nothing but function. Say addition, viewing, modification, deletion, policy. So add an item, search for an item, delete an item, modify an item. All these are called functions. So now, coming to workflow. This particular workflow is a combination of entity plus item. If you navigate the workflow, whatever entity I was speaking about, all these are entities. This workflow ID entity, if you actually expand everything, then you can also see expand and collapse all, this expand all. So each and every permission that is being given here.
Asking what are entity restrictions examples?
One moment. First we will see workflow, then we will have this. See, if you see here, workflow, what does it first? Hello?
Sorry to disturb. Mani, for LMS, right, one is the admin, and what are the other roles that are required of manager and HR? How many roles are there?
We can have an instructor role, we can have learning admin role, learning user role, manager role, and we can have HR role, CEO role. Say we have workflow, and it can have any level of approval for employees to get into or get to register a course. So for that they might say this reporting manager followed by his HOD, then the CEO of that company or the head for that HOD or any other departmental head if they want to. So how are we going to achieve it? First level, second level, supervisor, level 1 and level 2 we can achieve it because it is coming directly from the user. Because already it is maintained for the admin. I mean for the user it is already maintained that this is the manager and the other person HOD is manager. It is defined. So we are also going to, in the actual role, we are going to define supervisor level 1 and 2. When it comes to third level, if they want COE to come into picture, then we have to create a role called COE. If they say line manager, then you have to have another role called line manager. We just have to create the role ID. What are we just going to do? Give the role ID, say line manager, description of the role ID, create it, that's it. Map that role ID to the user. That means who is that person who is going to have that role ID, CEO, he should have a creating a user for that COE, or that particular person will also be available in the system. So we will be going to user and mapping the role that we have created. We have seen this earlier also in the approval section. To create, to have that workflow approval process. So your question was, any number of roles can be created in the system, whether it is coming to user, HR, training admin, any other, in training department only there can be many admin roles. We can create any number of admins. Here we can create system managers, line managers they can create, HR heads they can create, talent heads they can create. So any kind of role they want to create, they can create. Hello, Praveen?
Yeah, is there any permission, Martin, like for an instructor?
That is what we are doing here under workflow. That is what we are doing here. You should say